Legit more watts than yesterday. Not hard. So, as it's a 2 PM start on Friday, this is Friday, race breakfast before, 3 hours before, and then just hope the race training gets me through. You know, so race breakfast, no, first breakfast, porridge, honey, peanut butter. Race breakfast will be the OG toast, because don't change anything else on race day, not that I've done this before, but we'll see. Got to go put ourselves in transition in the morning. Breakfast number 2. Still got how many hours? 3 hours or something?
3 hours.
3 hours. It has stopped raining, but it looks like it's about to start raining again. Who knows? I'm sure my shoes in transition are saturated. Great stuff. Love a wet trainer. Well, I'm not feeling like it. Eating. Don't feel like eating.
It's getting nervous.
No.
Steak.
I have steak. What steak? So we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna go down the hill. The hill, I call it a hill. Well, go down the mountain to Trav's place, aka Kate O'Neill. Also racing. She's gonna do my hair. Important. Chill out there, and then we're gonna go over to race start and rack and T1. And get this show on the road. I feel really ill. I've got to get it down. Oh, monkey AF.
You send this to Mark.
Yeah,
Rate my GTM video.
I didn't watch this exciting video actually. Well, I have watched it.
Let's hope she's in that front group. Let's go.
So yeah, so it's Monday. Now I'm Morzine. Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah and Phil. And so I think it's about time to do a less emotional race debrief and just go through the reality of what happened. Still not 100% sure, but had a few thoughts. So overall, absolute shocker. Completely shocking. Yeah, there was not much reason for it, apart I'd had a great prep. Everything I said in my previous videos were true. I'm feeling great, probably the fittest I've ever been. And then nothing happened on race day. But that happens. I think in hindsight, maybe I was just really tired from the, as I said in my first video, the altitude can really accumulate. And we did try and compensate for that, but sometimes I guess you can't compensate enough. And yeah, we trained hard, but it was mindful. We took a lot of rest, but maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But in terms of the overall swim, bike, run performance, let's go through them. As I said, not much to talk about because there wasn't much there, but we can talk about it. So swimming's been going really well. I'm starting to get some PBs in the pool, and I wasn't that worried about it, but I haven't done any open water starts or much swimming in open water since I guess last time I raced. So I just was really rusty at the start, and then just quite flat, generally flat in the water, but got it done. Wasn't the worst swim I've had in the world. Wasn't the best. Came out, I thought I'd come about 1.5 minutes down. I think I came out 2 minutes down. from the front swimmers, so whatever. Then had a shocker, got on my bike, couldn't get my shoes in, had to then get off on the hill, first little hill, to take my shoes off, put them on. Quite embarrassing, but whatever. And then yeah, the bike, the first bit was fast. Obviously I chose my TT bike, and to this day, that was a good decision. I hold that as a great decision. And if I do the race again, I'll bring back my TT bike. We got it down to exactly the same weight as my road bike, obviously much more aerodynamic, and the fact that I got the QOM from the lake, including the shoe mishap, to the bottom of the mountain. I got the QOM on Strava. It doesn't mean anything. Strava, can't win Strava, but it shows how fast it was for exceedingly very low watts. I think I averaged 180 NP into the bottom of the I'll put up my power files so you can actually see them. 180 NP into the mountain, and I wasn't too fast because the speed's there. I knew if I averaged close to 40k an hour, I was bang on my targets for times. I had just under 25 minutes to get into the mountain, and then 55 to an hour up, bang on target. So I thought, don't waste energy, just keep going. Legs will turn up as soon as you turn the hill. So I was going quite a few places, feeling a bit more relaxed on the bike again, being like, thank God. Started the hill and nothing happened, literally nothing. Got to the first bend, it's 10% for about 4 bends, and then it's actually okay. Shocker, my power just went down and down, and it wasn't the fact that you should get it back up. I just felt that I was about to fall off the bike. I was so tired, and at some point it went down to 150, and I was just struggling. I had absolutely nothing. I think that's the worst climb I've ever climbed in terms of power wise. Yeah, and as a comparison, we did it on Tuesday as recce, very relaxed, very easy, holding back. I think I averaged exactly 200 watts up it, and it felt easy. Took off, I think we were 6 minutes faster. On race day I did 177 NP, and was dying. Yeah, and then onto the run. In my head I hadn't thought I was going to give up, and I thought, no, you can't. You've got to respect the fact that 1, everyone else is struggling too. 2, you're not injured, so you've got to man up. And 3, at some point it will be worth it, the fact that you went on and suffered greatly and were about 20 minutes slower than you should have been, because that's life. So you've got to man up. So I got it done. I went out really hard on the run. I knew I had a stitch anyway on the bike. I got a stitch, never really get that, and I just made myself keep going, and then got round somehow. Shocker, absolute shocker. Couldn't really run. I was more shuffling along, and then in the last probably about K, some girl came past me in the descent. The worst bit for my stitch was descending, which is bizarre. I couldn't breathe, so I had to take the descent. Actually easier than the ascent. And then the last 500 meters she came past me, and I made myself sprint back past her in the last 100 meters, because I need to prove myself that you can hurt in a good way, even if it's shit. So yeah, that is the race in a nutshell. As I said, I think in my Instagram post, I was completely gutted because I've never prepared for a race better. I generally haven't. I'm healthy, fit, strong, much faster than I have been in a while. And yeah, the power I was putting out on the bike, 177 on the climb, is my long ride pace I can do for hours. So yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, bit of a disappointment. There's no excuses. I was shit. But at least I was really shit. So I know why it came up short. But it hurts still. Of course it hurts. And yeah, just on to the next, I guess. Having a week's recovery, not only mentally, but also I'm super tired. So it must be something to do with that. Maybe, who knows. And then yeah, we're going to build back into it, and I'm going to work towards my next big race, hopefully 70.3, and hopefully it won't be 177 watts for the whole day, so that'd be great. But yeah, as I said, there was no big reason for it to be so shocking, but it was. And yes, you can give 100% of the day, which I did, but if nothing turns up, nothing turns up. But yeah, that's it really. Takeaways, get it done. And the TT bike is still faster. Yep, guaranteed. Stand by my decision. The fact that I could hold 25 minutes, well, that I could hold the pace I could into the climb for 180 watts. I couldn't have done that on a road bike. I'd do it probably about 32 kilometers an hour. So yeah, saved me a lot of time on a bad day. So yeah, and I would climb on it again, especially as it's now technically lighter than my road bike. So yeah. As I said, thanks for everyone's support. It really means a lot, and at the end of the day, it's just a run race. It doesn't define you, and it is very much a snapshot of what I've been doing. Not even a snapshot. It's just not even an example of what I've been training like, but hey ho. And thanks for support. Well done to everyone racing. Honestly, the support on course was amazing, and everyone that came past me obviously saw that I was fucking dying. Was just so sweet, so very nice. And yeah, you kept me going. And then just say, oh, well done, it's a brutal race whether you have a good day or a bad day. So yeah, awesome. And unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to go back, but I actually might choose the long course. Short course, I feel like actually even at 177 watts I feel like I want to go longer, so we'll see what happens. I've got to sort out my altitude prep, as obviously I suck at it. And yeah, we'll be back. But yeah, so thanks everyone for support. Thanks for your support into the race, and we'll move on. If you like what you see, make sure to give a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see if I do find my legs, or don't, who knows. And then yeah, any questions or comments about the race or how I prepped or whatever, just hit them below and I'm sure to reply. But yeah, thanks again guys, and on to the next.